next on Lion TV, we have Curtis Stevens with an inside look on theater. We also have Jordan Jones with the sports updates, including last week's basketball tournament.
And me, Jordan Bowman, with all your weather updates. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Searcy High School. It's good to see you on this beautiful Wednesday morning. I'm Star Cox.
And I'm Connor Love. I hope everyone is having a great week so far, so let's jump into some morning announcements.
You're Hired is an exciting event happening next week. It'll be held on March 11th and 12th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Lion Arena. It is designed to connect with graduating high school seniors who are eager to embark on their professional careers right out of high school. A signing event will take place on April 23rd at 6 p.m. in the Lion Arena to acknowledge the achievements of students who secured positions through the You're Hired event. Any interested students need to start creating or updating their resume to see Ms. Hallman in the counselor's office. If you have questions, you can contact Ms. Churchwell or Ms. Hallman.
The National Honor Society will have a meeting on Tuesday, March 26th at 7:30 in room 326. Make sure that members are signing up for volunteer events and have notifications set from Schoology. There are events that need volunteers as soon as possible.
Johnson's will be on campus Friday, March 15th to deliver graduation orders. The office will call students from class beginning at 10 a.m. to the Lion Arena lobby to pick up their orders. Senior students returning from ASUBB will need to go directly to the arena lobby once they return to campus, and seniors that do not have classes on campus in the morning need to make plans to come to the arena at 10 a.m. to pick up their order. Any senior who has not ordered a cap and gown yet needs to do so to ensure it'll ship in time for graduation. You may not participate in the ceremony without a cap and gown. Orders can be placed at johnsons.com.
Students are required to bring their student ID and bus tag with them every day. This announcement comes straight from the office and is for all students. The IDs are required to move from building to building and needed to get inside the library. The bus tag is for students who ride the bus every day from and to school. Students who don't have their tag may be subject to bus discipline, which may include bus suspension. Any student who needs to go to the East office to request one.
Hey Connor, spring is coming up and that means the theater is about to put on their spring play for the school year.
Ooh, I'm excited. I hear they're doing Alice in Wonderland. This is going to be a good one.
I know. Speaking of theater though, Curtis Stevens has a story on the program and all the things that they do for preparation.
Theater is a classic performing art and many of the students in that class are very talented, athletic, and diligent.
I am still learning about the more advanced theatrical techniques for acting.
As a director, part of my job is to provide a vision for the play, and so I've got an overall idea and view for what the set's going to look like, what the costumes are going to look like.
With the upcoming play being a classic, it's sometimes stressful performing on stage even with the characters the talent are playing.
The upcoming spring play is Alice in Wonderland.
In that play, I was cast as Lewis Carroll. He is the author of the original book. Throughout this play, he's kind of the one that is telling the story of Wonderland to Alice. I just naturally feel kind of tense, but once I start going through the motions of doing this, I'm like, all right, we've done this 1,000 times. I know what's going on.
Wait, what is that? Girl, I don't know.
That tension just melts away and I just become casual.
Aside from acting, many of the students like to do more creative work.
We're currently writing a play. We're writing the scripts for our play, where the class will then decide if the play gets chosen to be performed.
We've also got one acts that the students are about to do. They're writing them actually as we speak, and short films, and those are going to be produced both in April.
Qualifying for nationals with my short film that I created last year. It was called Escape. I wanted to create a short film that had no dialogue whatsoever. I wanted to show visually what music can do to me mentally whenever I'm feeling down or depressed or something like that.
Even with the successes, many of them obviously want to improve in the future.
I would like to try and improve my technique in acting, but also I want to become more of an ensemble and team player
I'm always working to improve my skills. When we have new shows, I'm looking for ways to do things differently so that our audiences are, intrigued by, how did they do that? Or, well, I never would have thought of doing it that way, and they just enjoy the show.
All the theater students are very talented in what they do, whether it be acting, directing, writing, or all of the above. Now back to the news desk.
Thanks, Chris. I'm now even more excited to see the spring play.
I second that. Alice in Wonderland is going to be a memorable one for sure.
In Eudora, Arkansas, the police chief has been arrested and charged with kidnapping. The felony kidnapping charge stems from Police Chief Michael Pitts' actions in October of 2023. Arkansas State Police said in a statement, "Chief Pitts denies the allegations and we intend to defend the case vigorously." His attorney Russell Wood told the Associated Press on Thursday. Pitts was fired from his job earlier this week. Wood said, adding that he intends to plead not guilty to the charges.
In McAllen, Texas, strong winds had spread flames and led to the town's evacuation, while airplanes dropped fire retardant over the northern Texas Panhandle in attempt to stop the largest wildfire in state history. Another cluster of fires has burned across more than 1,900 square miles in the rural areas surrounding Armadillo. The largest blaze, Smokehouse Creek, accounting for nearly 1,700 square miles, spilled into neighboring Oklahoma.
In Truckee, California, a powerful blizzard that closed highways and ski resorts have moved through the Sierra Nevada by early Monday. But forecasters warned that more snow was on the way for the Northern California mountains. A long stretch of Interstate 80 from West and Lake Tahoe over Donner Summit to the Nevada state line finally reopened to all but big rigs late Monday morning. But chains or snow tires were required. The California Highway Patrol Truckee office said closures or chain requirements also affected other highways.
Is it me, Connor, or is it really hot in the studio today?
It is, and honestly, it's been pretty bad outside too. The weather has been all over the place recently.
Well, hopefully Jordan Bowman can give us a weather update and see if March will make up its mind.
Good morning, Cersei High School. Let's get into these weather updates. Today we're going to be having a high of 70 with mostly cloudy skies, rain at a 21% chance, and winds at east-northeast at 8 miles per hour. And your humidity is at 73%, and your sun rose at 6:28. On to tonight. Tonight, we're going to have a low of 52 with cloudy skies, rains at a 63% chance, winds at east-northeast 4 miles per hour, and humidity at 90%, and your sunset at 6:07 p.m. On to the almanac. For the last 7 days, you have an average high of 81 and a low of 31. Monthly average of precipitation has been 5.07 inches, and your month to date has been 0.10 inches. On to the 5cast. On Thursday, it's going to be rainy with a high of 64, low of 55, and a 76% chance of rain. Friday is going to also be rainy with a high of 72, a low of 46, and a 61% chance of rain. On Saturday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 58, low of 35, with a 17% chance of rain. Sunday is going to be sunny with a high of 60, a low of 36, and a 3% chance of rain. And on Monday, it's going to be sunny with a high of 67, low of 39, and a 4% chance of rain. It looks like we're still going to have a mix of both temperatures.
Humid outside.
Man, all this weather talk is really making me hungry. You know what's for lunch today, Star?
I actually do. Today for lunch we'll be having classic cheese pizza, classic cheeseburger, fajita marinated chicken, ham and cheese sub, fresh Fuji apple, and milk.
Thanks, Star. Now I'm even more hungry. Make sure to thank all of our lunch ladies for all their hard work.
Don't worry, I will. Speaking of hard work, Connor, our Lady Lions put in a ton of work at the state tournament last week.
I know, right? Jordan Jones has information on everything that went down in it, plus all of our other sports updates.
Happy Wednesday, Cersei High. Hope everybody's enjoying the week. We got some good stuff to cover, so let's get right into it. In local sports, the 5A state basketball tournament finished up its final games this last weekend, which decided who would go on to the state championship games this Friday. The Benton Panthers had an impressive run where they would start off by defeating Mountain Home 60-38, where they would advance to the second round, where they would then play Maumelle in a close overtime finish where they would pick up another win in 72-66, which advanced them to the third round where they would win against Parkview 67-49 to advance to the championship round. Their opponent in the Pine Bluff Zebras would have a tough run as well, starting off by defeating Van Buren in a close first round battle with the score being 53-50, where they would then pick up another win against Jacksonville 68-46 to advance to the third round, where they would then face Lake Hamilton in last year's rematch of the state championship game. This battle went into double overtime where the Zebras would win out in yet another close game with a score of 85-82. Benton and Pine Bluff will face each other this Friday in the state championship game. Now for the girls, the Lady Lions in the second round were matched up against the three-time defending state champions in the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs in a very, very physical game. The Lady Lions would be led by the duo of Chip Johnson and London Flowers in scoring, and on the opposite side of the court, Jaden Bowman and Cadence Pettis would be key factors on defense. Both teams would carry momentum back and forth throughout the game, where they would both end up in foul trouble and late in the second half. The Lady Lions committed a crucial foul in the fourth, sending Greenwood to the free throw line, where they would then force the Lady Lions to keep fouling, where Greenwood would eventually pick up the win with the final score of 61-47. Greenwood would then move on to face Lake Hamilton, where they would pick up another win of the score being 67-57. Their opponent, the Bologna Lady Eagles, would make their way to the championship game as well, starting off with the win against Nettleton, with the score being 57-46, sending them to the second round, where they would play in a close game against Mountain Home, where they would win 58-50. Which that game sent them to the semifinals against Greene County Tech, but they would win again with the score being 72-58, sending them to the championship game, where it will be a rematch from last year. Greenwood and Bologna will play this Friday in the 5A state championship game. Moving on to national sports, in the NFL, a month from the 2024 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers hold a number 5 overall pick. Fans wondered what they will do with the pick, and if they would keep it, who would they draft? One player they have linked to, an offensive tackle from Notre Dame, Joe Alt, had himself an excellent NFL scouting combine. The combine took place this past weekend, and Alt shined in brutally in every category. Alt's combine skills were so impressive that his scores ranked from him the 13th out of 1,314 offensive tackles from 1987 to 2024. The 21-year-old tackle can improve his offense, and he is undoubtedly on the Bolts' radar, standing at 6'8", weighing 315 pounds. In the MLB, Zach Wheeler and the Phillies agreed on Monday on a $126 million 3-year from 2025 to 2027. That is the fourth averaging highest salary in baseball history at $42 million. Wheeler led the in strikeouts and innings during his 4 seasons after missing time with injuries while with the Mets from 2013 to 2019. He also currently leads all pitchers in wins above replacement at 19.3. On Saturday, the Los Angeles Lakers superstar and NBA's all-time leading scorer LeBron James became the first player in league history to reach 40,000 points. The 39-year-old James is going to finish with the most statistically impressive career in NBA history. Alongside his points record, he came into the night 4th all-time in assists, with that assist number being 10,838, and 8th all-time in steals, with the steals number being 2,252. He's been an All-Star 20 times, an All-NBA selection 19 times, a champion MVP, and NBA Finals MVP 4 times, and the winner of the scoring title once. American sprinter Noah Lyles officially broke Usain Bolt's record for the most 200-meter races run in less than 20 seconds on Sunday at the London Diamond League competition. The 26-year-old has completed 35 sprints in under 20 seconds after finishing at 19.47 seconds on Sunday. Bolt, who retired in 2017, finished his career with 34 sprints under the 20-second mark. Lyles broke home the bronze medal for the 200-meter race at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. His first gold medal finish was on Sunday in London, was his 5th for the 200-meter at this competition. Well, that's all the sports updates I have for you, Cersei. Now back to the news desk.
Thanks, Jordan. Sadly, it looks like we've reached the end of another episode of Lion TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cersei High Lion TV.
And follow us on X at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Connor Love.
And I'm Star Cox. I hope everyone has a great rest of their Wednesday, and we'll see you Friday morning, Cersei.